Welcome back to my channel, guys. I would like to change a couple things. I accidentally misspoke and said that Cooper hadn't seen his kids or had been in his child's life. I meant to say Gerard. It was a slip. I've been watching. I know exactly what's going on. For one, my opinion won't change. Two, Cooper hadn't been around his twins only in October. Before October, he hadn't been with those children alone. And after October, he hadn't been with those kids alone. But listen, it really doesn't matter. It's my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, thank you for voicing it. Whatever. You can always voice your own opinion on your own video, and that'll be fine. You can correct everything. But here's the new video. I actually had a chance to watch the new video. Yes, Gerard did say that he has Hezekiah in therapy. That changed. And he also said he wanted to thank Royce for changing his mind, because originally when he came on the platform, he said he wanted nothing to do with him. And it was very cold and callous, and I'll never forget that. And it's not, nothing can, I cannot hear what I heard. If you feel so, wonderful about them stepping up and being fathers to their children, that's great. They should. That's a beautiful thing. I'm glad that they've had a change of mind and they've decided to step in and be the parent that they should have always been from the beginning. That's all I have to say. So I'm glad to hear that things are going well out of Gerard's mouth. I'm glad, I'm sad to hear that he's having financial issues and that is what prevented him previously. But I'm glad he's able to talk about it now. And I wish him the best of luck. Yeah, that's all I got. And I hope that Merle straightens out her life, because every child needs a mother. That's all I have, guys. Yeah, please don't jump down my throat. I'm sorry that you don't have the ones who were rude. I'm sorry that you don't have your own channel to talk, you voice your opinion through. And if you feel better by bashing me because I had the courage to do it and I was stumbling over some of my things, fine. But what I'm not going to do is continue to address the negativity. Thank you for all the positive feedback and everyone who has gone on this, started with this journey with me, who subscribed to my channel, who got me to my 1,000 subs. I thank you guys, and I hope you continue to rock with me. Here's the portion of the interview that I did get. Thank you, guys.
Correct. So after all of this, let me ask you this. How is your mental? Are you okay? Like, how have you been holding up?
Um, Before I say that, I want to say this. I was asked by somebody, why do I keep coming on this app? And I backed away after they asked that question. Um, but other hosts came to me and said, no, you need to talk. We don't need to hear the hooping and the hollering. We need to hear somebody who really is happy, excited, and just happy that things turned a certain way. Um, I'm overly happy. Um, if you can't tell, I'm overly happy. Um, that's one of the reasons why uh I did come on here, because I'm overly happy. Uh, a little stressed financially. Just because attorneys cost. Uh, and because she's not making it easy, it costs. So you got to imagine, I'm bringing in, I have to get him settled in. I'm paying for court. I'm paying bills. So, it does get a little taxing, but I wouldn't trade it for nothing. Like having him in the house just makes sense. And like I said, I can't trade it for nothing. Um, but mentally, I'm good. I'm good when I drop him off at school. I'm good when I see him. I'm good when I see my other boys play with him. I'm good when, I see my wife. My wife does homework with him. So it's not just me doing homework. My
Wow.
wife do homework with him. You seen the picture, Charlie. My son does
Yes.
homework. My son does
Yep.
homework with him. We are in this together. So it's really my me and my wife got this thing where we say to ourselves, is your love cup full? And my love cup is full. Mentally, I'm good. I'm mentally good. Financially, I'll figure it out. Um, you know, I'm breaking that habit of not of asking for help. I'm so good at trying to figure things out myself that I don't ask for help. But I'm starting to break that because I need to break that.
Yes,
But
and nothing's
mentally, I'm
wrong with
good.
that. You're so used to you're so used to being the one to figure it out. And it's okay not to be able to figure it out and receive help. You know what I'm saying? It's not even just about that. Sometimes we have pride. So y'all please put this man CA in the comments. It's JAYMO121. And let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna get him a wish list so we can get the gifts and whatever y'all can donate to get to the kids. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people would love for you to do an Amazon wish list. They actually wanted you to
I'm
do that
I'm
on the
working.
first
I'm
interview.
working on. I'm working on a. I'm working on one. But
Okay.
I also wanna. I also wanna say this too. I got a PO box, and the reason I got a PO box is, listen. Um, I'm good for things like he loves to draw. If you want to send paper for him to draw, I know it's a lot of social workers that be on here. I know it's a lot of teachers on here. If you just wanted to send books for him to read, I'm send it to the PO box. Books. Um, listen, phonics, anything. I'm good at taking things that's helping him get better too. So that's why I put up a PO box because I know it's things that people probably not using. I know a lot of people who we got books and and scraps that we don't use. Listen, I take that. Those are things that is going to help his development. He and like I said,
Mhm.
he loves sports. He loves basketball. He loves football. His spirit, his competition, like he has a
Let me,
spirit of a competition spirit. I'm good with people sending me stuff, to the
yeah.
PO to help
So
him.
so the
I,
PO
I'm
box, the PO box, real quick, because people have a short time span. I want to make sure because they ready to write it down.
yeah,
It's
I got
PO
you.
box 99725, Troy, Michigan 48099. So again, PO box 99725, Troy, Michigan 48099. Okay, y'all.
And
So y'all can put that in the comments. Go ahead, Em.
and and Gerard, I know we're gonna be wrapping up very soon. I just want to commend you because I'm assuming that your father taught you, and now you're teaching your sons, and then your sons are going to teach their sons. That's kind of how this go.
I hope so.
And
And my dad passed away like a few. My dad passed away like 6 years ago. 6 or maybe 7 years ago. And I always say this: my dad was a dope man. Uh,
mm-hmm,
I was the only child between my mom and my dad. My brothers and sisters' dad died of cancer, and then my dad came in and helped my mom with my other brothers and sisters.
beautiful.
He didn't have to. It was just his spirit. And I see things in my boys that's like my dad,
Hmm.
which that brings me joy.
That's a
Yeah,
generational
that
imprint.
brings me joy.
That's a generational
And
imprint that will never leave you, and it'll never leave your kids.
oh man, and I think that's why I love it so much. Uh, I I was I say this all the time. I'm an engineer, but I believe that God always wanted me to be a dad. I'm a better dad than I am an engineer. If I
I
could
think you're doing.
find a
I
way
think your
to,
architecture on both of them. You're designing your life. You're designing your boy's life. You're not
I
waiting
am.
until till they become a man, you grab them while they're boys. That's architecture. That's fatherly architecture. That's it.
and that's and 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 and, and I'm telling you, this is all I wanted to do uh, for all those years. And now I'm grateful that it's happening. And so now that's my thing. Before when I dealt with her, I was embarrassed to say it before. I've heard people say to me, and listen, and let me say this first too. I'm not one of those people. If you send me 50 cent to a Cash App, I'm gonna take it. And the reason I'm gonna take it is because I have attorney fees. And the first time I was embarrassed to say it, but I'm not embarrassed now. I ran out of money while I was going after my son.
Mm,
I couldn't, I couldn't, I couldn't afford keep going back to court. I couldn't afford filling. I was filling out paperwork and I would fill it out wrong. They would take my money and then I would turn around and I would have to pay for it again. I
Jesus.
would pay for court and then she wouldn't show up. I would pay to get her served and she would not take this serves. This time I do not want to run out of money. I don't want to run out of money. So like I said, I'm a little more open because I don't have all the money in the world. But I do
Mm-hmm.
know this. I want him to stay in my house. I believe I again, I'm trying to be careful not to say anything negative about her, but
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
believe that I can be the better parent for him. So if I could try to keep him in the house as much as I can, I'm going to do that. The paperwork, and again, I I know that she still got her case in one court, but I want to put my paperwork in so they know that I want my son before they make their decision. I'm not waiting on CPS to make their decision. I want them to know right now, I want my son. I don't need them. I don't need them to make a decision for me. I'm telling
Yes,
them
sir.
I want them.
Yes, sir.
I'm
As you
letting them know
should.
that I want them.
As you
And,
should,
You know what I'm
Gerard. And
saying? That's where I am.
can you speak on the child support? I know you didn't touch on that on this live. I know you spoke on it on the last interview, but for the people that didn't see that, can you kind of let us know where you're at with the child support? Like, how is that going? Are you still paying it?
So so that's another court. So that is another part of family court. Child support and family court runs along the same line, but they're two
Wow.
different things. So
Mm.
the issue is now I've already paid my attorney. I've paid, I got her working on getting me custody of him. Now the second half is me building enough money to get my child support dealt with because as of right now, she's still getting child support. She said that, and let me give you facts. Since she loved to Google, all right, I almost lost myself.
What?
Since people love to Google, I'm
Huh?
going to give you some Google facts. In the state of Michigan, when your children are taken or put into foster care, you get no, and you are not to get child support. Your rearage stops. Your child support stops. Everything stops.
Oh, wow.
So you don't get rearages. You are getting our hard earned money from us taking care of our kids. You're getting
Ah,
that money. You call me a deadbeat.
thank you,
Never,
Maurice.
I'm not gonna say that. But we still pay because that's what the court still makes us do. And we can't break that until we go into a court and see a judge. So as of
okay.
right now, since the kid has been with us, I'm also paying child support for him. And I'm paying, so imagine my money is running thin. Paying her child support, attorneys, getting
Yours.
him settled in. So I'm working. I'm working and believing in God. Trust me.
Well, Gerard, it's been a pleasure meeting you. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out and let Royce come in with Charlie. But let me just say this to you. You are a very wise man. Very wise because your father made sure of that. Follow in his footsteps and do the right thing by your boys as you've already been doing. But I also want to say this to the women. There's a lot of us in here today. Ladies, if you got a good father in your children's life, don't make this hard. Don't make this hard because all you're doing is giving your kids lack of fatherly education, lack of love. There's a whole nother sector of love and education that these kids can be
Yes.
getting. If he's
Yes.
good, let him enjoy and let him help you raise those children. Please.
And,
I'm out. Thank you, Charlie, for
Imp, you
having
don't
me.
have to
and
drop.
to
You were good.
and to add
Royce,
and to add to what you said, and let me add this too to what you said. Some men are not good husbands, are not good boyfriends, but they can be great dads. Just because they weren't good boyfriends and good husbands doesn't mean that they can't be great dads.
that's right. Shoot. Yeah.
You're a blessed man. You have a big heart. Don't ever change. Your tears are purity.
I'm gonna try.
Continue to cry, continue to pray, continue to fight, and continue to love your boys. You're going to manifest your blessings. All the money that you want is coming. Everything you need for attorney's fees is coming. All that child support is going to be stopped. Everything you need to fulfill that boy's life and your family's life is going to take place and is taking place now. You are good. You're okay.
I receive.
Amen.
All right.
Hey, Royce
I love
Pooh.
you.
Royce is up
Charlie,
here,
Royce.
Gerard.
Yes. Hello, 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 guys. I know I'm late to the
Uh,
party. I didn't want to interrupt. But Mr. Gerard, hello, hello, Charlie, hello, everybody.
oh, I got some words for you, huh?
Oh, Lord, I'm nervous.
I got some words for you. um,
I'm nervous.
I want to start off. I want to start off by saying thank you because that last interview we did, you told me to stop, and you told me to think about how he's feeling when he can't
Yeah.
get away, and you made me stop being angry and start thinking logic. And
Yes. Amen.
that that's qualities, and that's qualities of, and let me say this too, because that's qualities of what I say to my friends and I say to my sons. A woman that's worth hearing, because I personally believe that a woman that can do that is a woman is a woman that can guide her family. And
Yes.
I just want to I just want to say thank you for saying what you had to say, even if it was harsh, even if it was, you were just upset at me because I wasn't being a father or I was making excuses. You still hit it at me, and you did it
Yes.
in a loving and kind way. So I wanted you to be in here because I felt like I needed to say that directly to you, not through a message, not through
Oh,
not through anything. You deserve to hear that in front of
Yes,
people,
sir.
like you told me in front of people. So I just wanted to give you, show you some love by saying that.
No, and I thank you for acknowledging it. It's not easy doing what we do, interviewing you guys and trying to get to know you guys on a personal level because we have to turn around and attain what's in your shoes. And you guys have a heavy load that you're carrying each and every single day. And so I really thank you. I thank you. I'm smiling from ear to ear right now. I wish you could see me. Um, I'm just thankful and I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that you just took what we all said into consideration and took responsibility, even though it wasn't the easiest thing to say. Because in these moments, you would think we're just leaning on one side and favoring one side. But no, I try to step back and really look at the whole picture and totality and give my best advice and opinion. So I really thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much.
It was
Oh,
well again. It was received, and if you if nobody's told you, and I get it. I know how people are on
Hmm.
this app, and
Yes,
I'm gonna say it like this. Everybody, you guys work this app, and you don't like everybody
yes,
you work with. So I
yeah.
get that people may not have their feelings about you or Charlie, but I'm gonna say it like this: when somebody has an impression on my life, I let them know. And it's other hosts too that got in contact with me on the back end respectfully, and thank you to them. And everybody know who they are who talk to me. Everybody know. I never and when they came to me, I never came to them with cussing them out or nothing, but
right.
they know who they are, and I'm thankful for them too. And trust me, I
And what we,
said this was I said this was gonna be my last interview. But I did let a few hosts convince me that, I need to really continue to spread some positivity and love. Um, so I may do a few more, just to put in atmosphere, how happy I've been.
yes,
I am. It's not easy. Financially it's not easy. But I love every bit of it. I love
yes.
waking up to them. I love cooking for them every Sunday and every Saturday. I wake up and I cook for him. While he watch cartoons, I cook. I
Mm,
love those moments. I get to talk to him. I get to ask him things about himself. I get to find out things. He gets to know me. I get to know him.
yes.
And if it wasn't for some of the people on this app, I wouldn't even knew how to get in touch with her. She would have kept dodging me. She would have kept.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm appreciative of everybody, and the app ain't all
Yeah.
evil. It's how you take
Yep,
it.
and it's sure
Yeah.
not all evil. Shout out to you, Royce, because you definitely did your big one. You definitely, like you heard him, you gave him some good advice, and it stuck with him. So, like I said, we don't people don't they love to judge the work that we do, Royce, but that
Yeah.
alone should tell you that it was a bigger picture at hand. You know what I'm saying? Other than just us
Amen.
gathering tea. You feel me?
Yes.
A lot of people
And
was affected in a positive way. Go ahead, baby.
no, and I was just about to say that sometimes, we do a little one too, but we're bringing awareness or we're trying to get some type of resolution or resolve. You know what I mean? It's always some type of light at the end of the rainbow. So I'm glad this came out to be this way. And like he said, he's experiencing his child. You know what how much of a blessing that is to experience your baby and learn your baby after years of not being able to bond with your child, and you finally can. Like moments, small moments like that, you're gonna cherish forever, and your
Yeah.
baby's gonna love you forever and ever. Every time you've cooked, every time you guys prayed, every time you teach him something new, he's gonna take it forever and ever and ever. You're gonna always be a large part of his life. So for this room and this panel and this app to have came out on top in regarding to this situation, I'm speechless. Like I'm just
Oh,
I'm tore up down here. I didn't know I was gonna come and do this, but yes, I thank you. Thank y'all for coming. Not your story.
yes. Thank you so much, Race, for co-hosting this with me, sister, starting this with me. And thank you for coming to, talk to him at the end, baby. I appreciate you so much. Couldn't have done it without you. And thank you, Auntie Imp. Thank you so much, Gerard and Race. Before we go, I'm gonna let you end off on your last notes. Do you have anything you want to get off your chest, Gerard, real quick before we end this interview?
Um, I've already said it enough. Listen, we whatever you call your religion, whatever it is, whoever you pray to. Listen, sometimes you pray for second chances. Sometimes you don't do things right the first time, and if you believe in God, you get the ability to do it again.
Amen.
And not everybody gets to do it again, but I was able to do it again, and I'm gonna do it different this time. So
Yes,
don't give,
amen.
don't beat yourself up to the point where you don't make a move.
Yes, absolutely.
And thank you
Absolutely.
so much, Gerard. And make sure y'all can support him at JAYMO121. That's a CAJAYMO121 for Hezekiah. And thank you so much, Gerard, for your time. And definitely stay in contact with me. If it don't always have to be just for, you know what I'm saying, if you need advice or just anything, brother, I'm here for you. I just appreciate you. And thank you for doing everything you've been doing. Appreciate you, man. Have a good night. All right, Royce, do you have anything you would like to say, baby, before we end?
I just want to say that Charlie, continue to be great. Continue pulling out great stories like this, and continue on prospering and being successful on this app. I was able to meet you in real life, and like I said on my live today about being able to meet you guys and experience you guys is one thing on the app, but it's another thing in person. And people don't know how much of a big heart you really have. When we were all together, you took care of the ladies and you considered the ladies and you was making sure everybody was all right, like each and every single second that we hung out.
Oh,
And I just thank you for being you and thank you for pulling out great things like this. Shout out to the angels. And I look forward to more stories coming out with a positive outcome.
yes,
Yes, I
girl.
do. I
You
do.
you know we got
I
way
do.
more. We just getting started. Thank you so much, Royce. You know I
We
love
just
you
get
down,
started.
baby.
Love you,
Period.
baby.
Period.
Mwah. See you later.
Mwah. All right, see you later, sis. We did it again. Period. Y'all know I love my motherfucking race. Like, look, we gel so good on Bigo and in real life. And I love me some M. Look, after that link up, we solidify. You know how you link up with somebody and you just know it's real. You know it's real. Look, y'all gonna be mad if y'all want to, but we just getting started. Period. All right, make sure y'all follow me. Y'all can follow M Race. Everybody that was a part of this, make sure y'all follow them. I don't think Cooper wanna come over here and talk. I invited Cooper up. I don't think Cooper wanna talk, y'all. What's wrong with Cooper? Cooper, you okay? They said you swinging in the comments. Hold on, let me add you up. Cooper, I'm inviting you up. Look, are you okay? They said you was going off in the comments. He being disrespectful. That's not him. Oh, that's the troll. No, I follow that page. That gotta be him, y'all. All right, let me switch.